I'm so happy to see you. I feel like it's almost...
It's tradition.
Yes, I was just gonna bring that up. Around this time is when you visit us.
Same time next year.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Thank you. We're
so
November
happy to be
pals.
here.
Bonded.
Good.
You have, I want to talk about this because it's very exciting. You have a new family member.
I do.
This is very exciting.
I do.
There's a puppy named Dot.
She's so cute. She was 1.5 pounds here when I brought her home.
A pound.
And you know, it sounds like, oh, it's so cute. I can take her everywhere and I can put her in my purse, you know. But the truth is, then you get her home and you realize, oh my God, she's so little. And it's so kind of too little because I was afraid I was gonna step on her, you know, she'd die.
Yeah.
And she would get in places but she's...
we had a dog once that got like lost behind like a radiator.
Oof.
And it wasn't on or anything, but you get afraid. It's too little. Also, puppies are hard.
Puppies, oh my God. She's so Puppies. They're so hard, and you forget. You forget, it's like childbirth, you know? You forget about the pain, you would never do it again.
No, and then you do it again,
And then you do it again. But because she, and it's worse than having, people say, oh, it's like having a baby. It's worse.
No, babies wear diapers.
And they lay there. And
Dogs.
they lay there.
Yeah.
And you feed them, you change and you hold them, and they're for like a long time.
Yeah.
Right?
Dogs.
And even though you don't sleep, you're not chasing them around, cleaning up their poop, and they're not chewing on your clothes.
You think your dog looks like someone, though?
Yeah, in the mornings.
In the mornings when Dot wakes up?
When she wakes up,
you think she looks like...
She looks like Rod Stewart.
Yeah, and we brought a photo, a side-by-side photo. Let's take a look at this. I think you're right. Not bad. Sexy! You also have a big milestone coming up. You're going to be married to your husband for 30 years?
Yeah, 30 years.
Holy moly!
Yeah, I know.
How do you celebrate 30?
30, the same way. We go to dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about having. Maybe in the 30 years we've been together, have had maybe 5 parties.
Really?
But I think we like just being together and quiet and having a little wine and.
Do you have date nights?
We do. We've always had Saturday night date nights from the time that we met, and I look forward to it all week. It's my highlight of my week.
Oh, I love that. Is that like one of the secrets to your marriage?
I think so. I think it's definitely carving out time especially because when we met, my daughter had been with me for. Well, David and I had only been together for 2 months, and she arrived. And we were kind of parents right away. So I think that the honeymoon period for us was kind of interrupted. And so we're stuck.
You just had to raise a child.
But I think I'm just very amused by him, and he still surprises me. And I think we're just both kind of intrigued by each other still.
Yeah, you're still interested in each other.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about this very successful business you're doing right here, Henry Rose. This package is called the Slumber Party. Now this is a fragrance.
This is a fragrance company.
A fragrance company. Look at how gorgeous this is.
Yeah, it's the first fully transparent EWG verified line of premium genderless fine fragrances.
Congratulations on this.
Thank you.
I want to. And they're not named like this is like after a scent or something. It's more of an experience that you've had.
Well, I learned through the process when I started working because nobody else would actually work with me. I started work because everyone thought I was nuts, which I'm a little bit. But I started working directly with the perfumers, and I had to learn a whole new language and how to talk about it. And they would say, don't tell us what you think it smells like because it will only confuse us. So they said, tell us, where does it take you? Where does it transport you? And so the very first fragrance that we locked is Torn. It's vanilla and it's like a spicy vanilla. And what I didn't realize, but I learned through the process, was I was actually going after the scent of my father's cologne. And I always really loved, because scent memory is really, really powerful. People talk about it, but I didn't really, it truly is. It's scientific.
Oh, yeah. I mean, go back to your high school, and you just smell the high school halls, and you're like, oh, God, I got to get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually in the late Peggy Fury, something we used to use in acting class, which was an item of something like maybe your father's, like your father's old sweater or something that can stir you up.
Flora carnivora.
Flora carnivora brings me back to when I was a little thief.
Now, what was
Yes.
Was your character's your thief named Flora carnivora?
No, I was little and roaming the neighborhood, in which I shouldn't have been probably, and I would sneak into my neighbor's garden because we didn't have any flowers, and they were too much trouble for my dad.
Yeah.
And I would sneak into their garden, and one day I got up the courage to steal some, and I ran home, and I put them in a bowl, and I crushed them up, and I was just entirely the smell. And then, of course, it started to rot.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And was really stinky. So I was very disappointed, but that was my first failed foray into perfumery.
Perfume, yeah. What is this one that's upside down? Why is it upside down?
Because it doesn't behave.
This one?
It doesn't behave. It's a menace.
So it's called Menace, yeah.
It's called Menace. And
what does it smell like?
I actually think, if I were going to pick a cologne for you.
Why? I'm not a menace. I'm very well behaved.
I just think, I don't know, I imagine like a Dennis the Menace thing that maybe went on with you when you were little.
Never getting in trouble.
And also the olfactive hair, I think that you would really love.
Really? No, what have we got here? Yeah.
It is an aquatic musk. So I think you need to apply it doing the dolphin.
Now, we discussed the only way I put cologne on or any type of scent is to dolphin into it.
Right.
I spray it and then I kind of get in.
We know this about you.
All right, so this is Menace.
Yeah, this is Menace.
All right, so do I have to do a
You have to do the dolphin.
But am I a menacing dolphin? Wait, are you spray? Here, you spray.
Okay,
Yep,
ready?
go. Yep.
Okay, go. Go.
Wow! That is me. That's my favorite right there. Oh, I love it.
I did.
Michelle Pfeiffer, everybody. Woo! Check out Henry Rose in stores nationwide and at henryrose.com. We'll be right back with Bobby and Flay. Stick around.
Hey, hey.